Up next we have StarFall as Scanty Daemon from Panty and Stocking Ice Garter Belt. This piece of paper is covered in red.
Don't let it near me.
You've got red on you.
Hey darlings, welcome back to another build video. This time I'm showing you how I tackled my Scanty Daemon cosplay. I am especially proud of this one as the entirety of its construction for the garments is genuine leather. I had so much fun working with it and it was wonderful. So let's get right into it. Of course, you got the usual patterns, trace it out, cut it, all the good stuff there. For this pattern, I especially focused on the top part to go around one of my bras. Scanty is known for having very nice side, is being well endowed. I am not quite at that level, so a push-up bra was a very nice enhancement to get that look. The band, I used a simple band pattern that you would find on these leather tops that have gotten super popular the last couple of years. For stitching everything together, make sure you're using a leather needle, and one of the things that a lot of people apparently didn't know is you do need to glue down your leather seams. This makes them even stronger and helps so much when it comes to stability. I also made sure to go through and I top stitched almost every single seam on this cosplay. This also helped add more strength, plus, as you can see in a little bit, it made it look so much more professional and clean. It was a very, very good decision to do this, even though it did take forever. And yes, back into the glue. Wear your respirators, mask, something. If you can smell it, you are in it, and that means it can have adverse effects on your lungs. We don't want to get to that point, so we're always going to be wearing a respirator. Now, one of the biggest things when it came to leather is how you finish the edges. In order to finish them properly, you would want to burnish the edges. First, to do that, you have to do a little trimming thing. I don't remember the exact name of this tool. I will have it linked in our Amazon shop so you guys can check it out too if you want to try this. But it helped so much. In order to do the actual burnishing itself, I bought this little burnishing Dremel attachment, which was so nice. It went so much faster, and I did not kill my hands as much as I thought I would trying to do this cosplay. You just have to you attach it to your Dremel, you use some lotion, burnishing agent, something in order to act as your slicking agent. Then you just go over it with the burnisher on a higher speed, and it makes it such a clean seam. It looked phenomenal. After that, I had to get back into more of the finishing for the top. The main base was all glued together, then top stitched. The same thing happened with all of the straps, as well as I had to burnish every single strap. Every single edge of this cosplay had to be burnished. I think I spent about 3 or 4 hours? It was at least 3 just to do all of this. It took forever, but this detail was so worth it. It made everything just so clean and polished, and I am so proud of how it turned out. The skirt was a bit harder to tackle. Originally I was thinking about going with a pencil style skirt, however, leather does not take darts very well. It puckers, it doesn't lay flat like you normally would, so instead I had to go through and I did kind of a princess seamed skirt. Everything is pretty much the same as with the bra, burnish the edges, top stitching, add in all of my extra decorations. I ended up having to go with a side zipper instead of a back zipper like I originally wanted to because I was having a hard time getting it over my butt, even in the mock-up stages, so that was fun. All of the little tidbit accessories though. So the domes, the spikes, and the horns were all 3D modeled and printed by myself. It took forever. I was able to get them all done pretty quickly though. It took maybe 2-3 days of solid work, filling, sanding, painting, because you're actually not supposed to get Bondo stuff on your hands. I did not know that before, but when I learned about that, I found these little finger condom things that were in my resin work stash, so I decided to give those a shot. They actually worked out really well. My hands stayed nice and clean. It was also very, very easy to smooth out the Bondo using this, which was so nice. The spot powder just went on much cleaner, much smoother, and I didn't have to worry about washing my hands heavily afterwards. Painting! I learned that I love acrylic inks with this painting job, as well as chrome finishes. The spikes all were in a silver chrome look, and then all of the orbs were done with the silver acrylic ink. I also ended up using the acrylic ink on the horns in the red. I don't remember the name of the brand, but I will link it down below. And painting these was just so soothing. I don't know why I've become very happy and very enjoyable when it comes to doing these painting jobs, especially since I've been getting much more use out of my airbrush this year. Love it. I highly recommend it. If you don't have an airbrush, they are amazing investments. Go for it. Just look at how nice and evenly that color went on. You can't get that good of a result if you're doing brush strokes. And like, especially when it comes to things like metals and low texture items like these demon horns in particular, you don't want those brush strokes. Metal does not have brush strokes. It just bugs me. For attaching my horns, I went with the ever popular magnets. I took one of my drills as the closest size I could find to my magnet, drilled a decent hole. It took a while because I almost slipped a couple of times. Eventually I got the right angle. Then I had to, of course, clean it up because the drill bit was not the exact size of my magnet. After that, it was pretty easy. Just test the fit. Once it was nice and flush, I could fill that hole with some E6000 and then put the magnet on in. After that, I kind of left the magnet, or I left it to dry for about 2 or 3 days just because of my paranoia. I did not want these things to break day of because that was not something I would be prepared to fix at the time. All of the spikes and orbs were actually also attached using E6000. This stuff is a godsend. I love it so much. I did still have a couple of spikes try popping off, so I do recommend if you're gonna build this, use like a screw or something for some extra security. And here's some photos of it finished. I had so much fun walking around Colossal. It was great. And then for this Maker of the Week, we're using Ekno FTW Cosplay, or better known as Wes. He is an amazing armor crafter, especially when it comes to all those fine details. He does some phenomenal work, and I really think you guys should give him a shot. He's won a couple of awards in the past at both Daisho and Kitsune. His Todoroki armor in particular is frickin' fantastic, and he's currently working on Aurelion from League of Legends. Yes, 2 League of Legends works in a row. You guys have fun, go give him a follow, subscribe to our channel, and I will see all of you guys next time. Don't forget to leave the like and comment.